Hello. Okay, I'm I'm Shiadum17. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about Happy Death Day 2 because I watched this movie today and it was great and I loved it. So we're gonna talk about it. So in the last movie, Happy Death Day, the first one, um, it was Tree's perspective. But now in this one, we're in the first part, we're talking about Brian's point of view, like his perspective and everything. So we go through, him getting out of his car and going past his lady and her crazy dog, and then like the homeless guy, and then, the skater dude, and the girl that's in the red, shirt texting, and he's walking up to his dorm room and he sees this guy on the trumpet and he's like, or I don't think it was a trumpet, it was something like that, and he was on that being loud in the hallway, and this guy comes out and he's like, shut up, and like he said something like that, and he got scared a little bit, and he was walking to his room, and Tree and Carter was, being romantic and stuff in the room. So yeah. Um, yeah, so that happens and he leaves because Carter was screaming at him. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. So he goes and he gets a call from one of his friends. But yeah, he gets a call from one of his friends, and he's working on this experiment. And he gets there and they're talking about it, whatever. They're talking about the experiment and how something cool happened or something happened. And then the principal or whatever is the dean, or I don't know what he's called, but he goes down there and he starts talking to Brian, and he's saying that things keep happening to their creation because it's like a big like ball type of situation. It's like a big device ball thing, and the principal or whatever, he's getting upset, so he's like, we're gonna take this away, blah blah blah. And then after he gets yelled at by his principal or whatever, um, Brian is like, sad. He sits on the couch. He looking at his phone and he gets a picture. And he looks at the picture and he follows, because the picture is right behind him. So he starts following the person that's taking pictures of him. And he's, following. He goes into this room, and he gets scared by his friend. Like his friend has a chair on, he gets scared by his friend. So then his friend leaves, I'm pretty sure, and then Brian gets hurt. So then it happens again. And it happens again. So it rewinds again. And now, so he does everything that I just said. Well, not everything I said. Up to the guy screaming at the other guy with the playing the trumpet or whatever it is. And so Brian goes up and talks to Tree and Carter, and he says, look, I think I just had deja vu. I just like did all of this. It just felt like I did all of this yesterday. And Tree's kind of freaking out because she's like, oh no, it's happening. And they explain it to Brian. Brian thinks he's dreaming, so he goes to sleep, and then Carter like slaps him, which is funny. So they try to figure out what's going on, and they find out that that he's in a loop, and they try to hide at this basketball game, but that doesn't work out, and Brian gets lost because it wasn't just Tree and Carter, it was the other two friends that was there too, and he gets separated from them, and now it's like, in this thing. So he's running from the person that's trying to get him, and Carter and Tree saves his life, and then they take off the mask, and they're like, what? Like they're shocked. And then the next scene, you see Brian in a chair with the mask, like with the outfit on, that the black thing that he was on. And you're like, what? Why is he in there? And then you find out that there's two of them. There's two Brians in the same room. And Brian is telling everyone, like, you have to kill him because he's going to do something. He's going to ruin something. And then he puts on the device and he's like, no. So the other Brian, who's kind of freaking out, who's not tied up, he goes to the device and he's like, no, I'm going to fix this, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he's typing things. And the other Brian's like, no, you need to kill him. He's about to ruin everything. And so people start coming in, like the principal or whatever, and some other guards, they come in and they try to stop it. And he's like, stop doing that. Don't do it. And then the ball, something comes out and it like expands. And then everything's in slow motion. And I just love that scene. It's in slow motion. Everything's falling. So after all of that, Tree is in a bed. And then, oh my gosh, it starts over again. Her loop starts all over again. And she's in the loop. Again, the same loop she was the first movie. Except, not the same actually, because things are different. It's a different, like, multiverse or universe or, I don't know, multiverse, I'm gonna say multiverse. So, she's in a loop that's kind of like the one she was in the first time, but her mom's alive. In this universe that she's in now, her mom's alive, and she's not with Carter. Carter's with Danielle, the evil, like. So they have to find ways to, like, Tree is trying to find a way to stay in the universe that she's in now because she wants to stay with her mom, even though no one else knows that. So she has to keep dying multiple and multiple times because they need to figure out, like, you know, a way to stop it. So she has to memorize all of the stuff that they're, like, doing, and then she's memorizing all of that, and then she's dying, but she's not having the killer kill her. Like, she's doing it to herself. She's hurting herself. And she's doing it multiple times, and she's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And soon she passes out, and she's in the hospital. And she's like, oh no, this isn't good. You know, they're about to get me. And the doctor comes in, and even though I had this feeling in the beginning, I was like, this doctor, like Gregory, because he's the doctor, I was like, there's something weird about him. And I thought that was like in the first movie because like, you know, I thought he was the killer in the first movie, but he wasn't. It was Lori. I was like, there's something off about him. He's gonna be it. So I kind of, you know, assumed, kind of. But then, so basically Tree's running and like trying to get out of the situation. And so the other killer, John Toombs, she gets John Toombs before he hurts her. But then Gregory comes and he's the other guy, like, you know, they're fighting or whatever. And I think he like kills her. So Josh and I think it was Josh, he died because he was trying to save what's it called? Tree. So Tree killed herself, hurt herself because she didn't want, you know, Carter to be completely dead or, you know, dead forever because, you know, once she stops the loop, then it's over. So she killed herself again. And then the next day, Tree tells like everyone everything, the whole group, Carter, Brian, and the other two, everything. And they finally know what they have to do. She tells them what they had to do, and they're working really hard to get whatever they need, you know, the device and stuff. And then Tree goes to say goodbye to her mom. They're crying and Tree is like being like all emotional with her mom, and her mom just like, why, like, it's okay, we're not, like, there's nothing wrong. It's just, yeah. And yeah, so Tree wants to be with her parents. So Tree and her parents gets off campus because she doesn't want her family to be on campus when, you know, the murders happen. So she gets on campus and she gets off campus. Oh, this is when she finds out. So she off campus, and then she finds out that Carter is dead. This is when she finds out Carter's dead because she goes on the news and she sees that Carter's dead. So then she kills herself. And then all of that happens, and then she talks to everyone. And then she says goodbye to her mom again, and it's heartfelt and it's really nice. And then she goes to the hospital. It's this like peeing scene, which was really long, which I didn't want to see. It was weird. Trying to save Lori. And you find out that Gregory is the one that was trying to, you know, hurt Tree and Lori. But you also find out that the wife was in it too. And I was shocked. When I found out that Gregory and the wife were working together, I was like, what? So the wife, like, hurt Lori. And then, oh my gosh, Greg hurts his wife. And I'm like, what? They were working together, and then Greg crossed his wife. I was like, what? So then Carter comes and distracts Gregory. And, you know, and then Tree runs for it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then they escape. And then Gregory, you know, he gets hurt because, you know, she does this cool thing where it's like metal, and he's like stuck on this metal thing. I don't know what it's called, but this metal thing, like in the doctor's, like, because there's a certain room where you can't bring metal in there, and he had metal, and she had like a tool, but like it was like what is it, a screwdriver, and she like lets go of it, and like it goes into his stomach. So he's gone. The police come because while she was the peace scene, because she was holding like a weapon, or, you know, to the police officer, and she told the police officer to get more police or whatever. So the police shows up in the end, and Tree and Carter, you know, they help Lori, and then cool scene where they kiss, and this is the same like loopy whatever. So they're kissing, and time is running out because soon Tree is about to leave this universe and go to her universe. So they're kissing, and then sparks start going down, and it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. And then, yeah, so then the end credits come on. You know, she goes back. She's not in the loop anymore. End credits. People come from DERP, and they come to get the five, Brian, Tree, Carter, and the other two. And they come, they tell them that they're working on the device that they were working on, and then, yeah. And they asked the group who should they try the loop on, and Tree picks Danielle because in the other multiverse, basically, Danielle was cheating on Carter with this other guy. So she was upset about that, and also that Danielle was dating Carter, even though, you know, whatever. So she did that, and now Danielle is in the loop. And I was like, whoa! I need a third movie. That's what I need. I need to see Danielle do that because that would be awesome. But yeah, I thought the movie was awesome. I'm so happy I watched Happy Death Day 2. It was a great movie, and it was so entertaining. And I think it was even better than the first one because we saw a different universe to the first one, but also like Brian's perspective and like what he had to go through. Even though we found out who the killer, you know, who tried to hurt him, but, you know, it was all cool. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Do whatever you want to do. And I will see you guys later. Bye.